Movies name Mechanic. Watch out, Arthur Bishop lives in his boat on the tourist area. He wakes up in the morning reading news and coffee, playing music he like, and he get out of his boat and activate a bomb inside the boat, which in case if someone try to steal the boat, then he drives his bike and goes to a restaurant, and all people in the restaurant know him, and waiter give Bishop a special seating area looking the sea. Then a woman with the same look come to him and tell him that she been looking for him for a while. She tell him that her leader want him to kill 3 people and he should kill them as if they died like natural death, and said this thing is not difficult for him because he is expert in this field, and tells him that if he doesn't agree she will report him because he is wanted by many gangs, and tell them that he is still alive because you faked your death and walked away from everything. Bishop noticed that there are people with this woman. They were looking at him with look of threat. He asked her to make a phone call, and when he takes out his phone he click a picture of the woman. When she tried to pull out the gun he stops her and hit her. Then the people with the woman start attacking, but he was able to hit them with his skills. Then he noticed on security camera that thugs are coming towards him. Bishop jump out of the restaurant wall and land on the cable car. The woman follow Bishop with a number of thugs, and they enter the cable car and threaten the people in it. They were trying to find Bishop, but he was above them. The woman shoot him and tries to board him, but he jumped off and land on a glider plane for the tourist. When he returned to the boat at night, he looks the place from a distance and noticed that they searched the boat without thinking. Bishop take out his phone and blow up the boat. Then he goes to a seaport with large container, open one of the container information that are related to him. Then Bishop goes to an island in Thailand and meets one of his friends he knew that own a tourist hotel in that island. She take him to a room that he used to live in. Bishop open a secret place in the room and take out a bag contain phone, gun and passport, and then search for the woman he took picture of in the restaurant. Take out information about her and a man named Crane. He is the one this woman work for. Then woman enter and meet the owner of the hotel. She asked for a first aid. The hotel owner noticed bruise on Gina's hand from the beating. The hotel owner talked to her if she need any more help, but Gina tell her she only need a first aid. Out at night on board a boat near the hotel, the owner of the hotel went to Bishop. Now noticed that there is a woman on the boat and that someone is beating her. She goes to Bishop and asks him to help the woman. Then Bishop go to the boat and tell the man to leave the woman and not to hit her, but the man refused to leave and was trying to shoot the gun on Bishop, but he beat him and kill him. Then he returned to the hotel and tell his friend he has completed the task and ask her to take Gina to the hotel. Then Bishop search the boat. He find her passport and phone and picture of Bishop. Then he blow up the boat and goes back to the hotel and asks Gina why his picture is on her phone. Bishop asks her if she work for Crane. She tells him that Crane has something to threaten her with and tell him the everything that happened. It is to trap Bishop. The plan was to get to know him, and then after she meet him she would call the number on her phone, and then her mission would end. Bishop knows that Gina has a shelter for children who have been victims of human trafficking, and Crane is threatening her that if she did not implement his request he will kill the children. Bishop notices a boat in the sea approaching the island with a men on board, and these men keep watch on the island. Bishop asks Gina to act as if she's befriend him, and indeed this is what happened. Then Gina apologized to him for setting him up and tell him that she has no other choice because the kids were everything to her. Bishop tell her he appreciates her attitude because he was an orphan. He tells her that he and Crane were bought by a gangster, and he tell her that he managed to escape from them by Crane did not escape. They punished him because they thought that her was the reason for his escape, and for this reason Crane hate Bishop. Bishop then plots an escape with Gina. He give her a watch as a souvenir and ask her to keep it until the meet again. Then next day Crane's men come and kidnap Gina. Bishop call Crane and ask him to meet man to man. When he meet Crane asks him to release Gina. Crane tell Bishop that he will release her, but only after Arthur Bishop kill 3 people. Crane gives a file containing people to Bishop. The first person was an African arms dealer in prison in a maximum security prison, and it was difficult to reach this prison. Then Crane give Bishop a GPS capsule, ask him to swallow it after completing his mission in order for them to reach him. Bishop asks Crane what evidence is that Gina is still alive. Then Crane tell him that after every operation they will let him make a phone call to her. He tell him that they will send him her location after he completes his last mission. Then in Malaysia Bishop would use. The information about the prison in which the first person is located. The prison was in the middle of the sea, which was full of sharks. The prison was surrounded by cliff 100-meter high. This means that the task is difficult and entering prison is almost impossible. Bishop investigated the information of some wanted man and then he chose one of them, and he has a distinct tattoo drawn on his face. So Bishop forges his identity in the name of this person. Then he buys some of the things he will need to carry out the mission. On the second day he walks in the street and they arrest him and send him to prison. Bishop remembered Crane's word telling him that if people were dead by accident he wouldn't come by boat to save him. Bishop noted that the arms dealer does not walk alone but has people to protect him. Bishop asks a prisoner about the arms dealer. The prisoner tells him that this man is Krill and he killed the president of Liberia. He told him that many people tried to kill him in prison. When prisoner tries to kill Krill, Bishop protects him. Krill thanks Bishop and invites him to dinner. When Bishop meets him he kills him. Carl's death was shown to have been caused by food poisoning. When Bishop blew up the prison wall and paint his body with a substance that keeps sharks away from him, then he swallows his GPS capsule and jumps into the sea. A message arrived to the captain of the boat that Bishop has succeeded in his mission. They sent the location to him after this. Bishop talks to Gina on a video call and she tells him that he has 36 hours left to kill the second person or they will kill her. Bishop tells Gina that no one can kill her. Crane sent information about the second person and his name was Adring, a billionaire who worked in the field of minerals but main business is human trafficking, and he live in Australia in a skyscraper on the 58th floor. And he tell him that this person's apartment is armored with a concrete wall and all the door of this apartment armored and against bullet, and every entrance has sensor and fingerprint device. Bishop pretend he want to rent the flat below this man. Bishop copies the apartment key and he makes glass bombs, disguises himself in the clothes of a maintenance worker and enter the apartment whose key he made, and then he goes out of the apartment to the glass pool located in the apartment of the billionaire. Bishop planned the glass bomb and then blows up the swimming pool in which the billionaire was staying, and he falls and dies. And when Gina is talking to Bishop, she makes a clever move by pointing the camera at the number of the boat. It is through him that Bishop can know the whereabouts of the boat. Bishop goes by helicopter to the place where the boat is. He enters the boat and kills some guards, but then he is caught. Crane threatens Bishop and tell him that if he tries again then agreement between them will be cancelled. Then Crane asks Bishop to complete the last mission, which is to kill the rich American arm dealer called Max who bought a monument to Bulgaria communism, and this monument was built on a mountain, and inside the mountain was hiding a basins for repairing submarines, and these submarines are equipped with intercontinental missiles. No one was able to enter or exit from this place, and all the people who died have died after the few people who were killed by Bishop. Max increase his security defense. Bishop has 48 hours to complete the task. Bishop learned that Max has ordered a medical helicopter. Bishop can hide under the plane, and when he arrives he put a device that jams the surveillance camera. He beat the guard prison. When the guard tried to send Max to the safe room in the building, Bishop blows up the elevator. When Max entered the safe room he finds Bishop in format of him. Bishop agreed with Max to pretend his death and tricks Crane in order for them to find Max's body. Crane must send his man to search for it, so Crane will be alone in the boat and it is easy to kill him. Indeed, Max's death was faked and then explosion occurs at the headquarters where Max is located. When Max falls into the basin, Bishop was waiting for him with an oxygen bottle, and then they go out to an island. Bishop called Crane and asked him to release Gina, but Crane refuses. Asked to see Max's body. Bishop informs Crane that the body is in the submarines and is in the submarine dock. Crane ordered his men to go to the submarine dock to make sure Max is dead. Bishop was preparing the place to receive Crane's men. He planted explosives everywhere, and when Crane's men arrived, Bishop killed them. Crane watches what happened through security camera. Bishop was on Crane's boat until all the guards and Gina were shot. Crane triggers a self-detonation on the boat. Bishop manages to reach Gina and put her in a survival pod which detaches from the boat before explode. Bishop enters into a fight with Crane. Bishop ties Crane with a chain and the boat exploded. Gina is saved. Max and his man have been watching the boat wreck being extracted from the sea. Then he watched Gina with the kids and is surprised that Bishop is in front of her, and when Max is reviewing the surveillance camera he noticed that Bishop was hiding in the steel room which is found in any boat for emergency. And here the movies end.